Y'all guys waiting? Ready? Let me introduce the 2025 Class 7A State Champion Thompson Warriors, Coach Mark Freeman. Coach, well, congratulations, gentlemen. Make any opening comments, and then we'll open up for questions.
Well, first and foremost, we want to thank the Lord Savior, Jesus Christ. What a journey, and I hope that this goes to a lot of people. I know that a lot of people have been touched in our program by this unusual year and the journey we've been on. But I think only God could put us in the position that we've been in the last years, and we're thankful. I'm thankful for these guys. I'm thankful for our coaches, all our players that put everything they got into this, and we're blessed to be here. Thank you, guys.
Question, players or coach? Thank you.
This is for anyone. Obviously, the offense gets a lot of attention with Trent, but just the defense. Obviously, they came up with the big stop, I guess, a week and a half ago, and then tonight, 26 yards in the first half. Just how important are they, and even if maybe they get overlooked thanks to your offense?
Well, they don't get overlooked at our facility. Our program has been built on defense, and we got some offense stuff. We've had good offense over the years, but when you play really good defense, you can do some things on offense. And I think we do a really good job of complementing each other. Most of our wins, we look back and we've really complemented each other. But I'm just going to tell you something. The job that Sean before and them coaches do over there every year, it allows us to do some things on offense. If you're not, if you're getting the game and you can't get the ball back, it was huge that we got them off the field tonight because they were going to run the football. They've been running the football so good the last, really all year, the last 3.5 games, the second half of the Charleston game. They've been dominating in the run game, and so I can't say enough about what the job they've done, but I just want to give them all the the things they deserve because those guys do a tremendous job over there.
Question right here.
Trent, their corner, Braden Howard, 23, was on your right side. He threw a lot of balls to the left. Bryce and others, was you trying to stay away from him, or was there a game plan for that?
Honestly, our game plan was just to throw the ball. We really had a good defense, and they're going to have guys all over the field, so it's kind of hard to, pick a side. We felt really comfortable with the left side, especially on that last drive. I don't know how many plays that was, but Coach Freeman made some very, very good play calls. And, it just happened to be over there. We were able to take advantage of it. We trust Coach Freeman and, the game plan that him and the coaches put in, and we just go out there and execute.
Mark, you said this was an unusual year. Can you expound on that and what makes this championship run different than a lot of the other ones that you've had?
Well, it was very similar to last year. We lost to the same 3 teams during the season, and in about the same fashion. We went for 2. Last year, Grayson beat us, going for 2, and this year we went over there and played our tails off, to be honest. That's a tremendous football team over there. And we went for 2. We didn't travel 3.5 hours, and we went for 2. We had a good play. The guy that the play was set up for had his helmet knocked off the play before, and we had to make a sub or 2. But I wouldn't take that back. And then we had to lead Clay. We had to lead twice at Grayson. We had to lead Clay at halftime, 21-7. And then we go to Hoover, and it's a back and forth game. We get beat on a 55-yard field goal. And the program, because of the past, we don't live in the past, but a lot of people do. Media, a lot of people talk about how many years some certain things have gone on, and it just wears on our kids. It wears on our kids. I cannot thank them enough because the wear and tear they get because of the past, it's real, and that it's a real issue to deal with it. I thank God that we deal with it, but those 3 losses, and we had to lead, I think, in all those games. And so you look back, and then Central comes back last week, and it comes down. And the great thing was the 3 previous times we had lost that situation, and it's just like God said, I'm gonna let you win one this time, and that was a big play in that game, and just been. They're probably the closest team I've had since I've been here. It's just as far as loving each other and being young men. That's what means everything in our program. The standard. They set the standard, and they're great football players, but man, they are great, wonderful players and individuals.
Can each one of you guys speak on what Coach just talked about, what you guys have learned from Coach, not just through football, just in life in general?
We're a real Christian program. Coach Freeman always talks about our faith and keep trusting in God, keeping our faith in God. I feel like that goes a long way with allowing us to love each other and our play on the field as well.
Yeah, especially, you know, last year and this year, like Coach Freeman said, you know, we lost to the same three teams, you know, almost in the same fashion, you know, all in the regular season. It was almost very similar, you know, last year. You know, we had the same kind of mindset. You know, we knew we were gonna go through adversity, but we also knew that God had our back. And we knew that after each loss, it was all part of God's plan. We didn't distrust him. You know, we kept our heads on straight. You know, we actually probably bonded closer together as brothers. You know, I can say that for a fact on the offensive side. I'm sure the defensive side was the same as well. But I just can't be more proud of these guys, the way, you know, they battle adversity, and going through a really hard playoff run as well. I mean, we played 3 really good teams, and this team last night. So to finally, you know, finish off the season like that, it's truly a blessing.
Question right here.
Trent, so it's my understanding you surpassed 10,000 career yards tonight. Just you talk about maybe accomplishing that feat with this group, and Coach, can you just kind of talk about what you saw from Trent this season specifically and tonight?
Honestly, I didn't even know that. You know, that's something I'm not really worried about. You know, my first focus is to help the team win a state championship. But to have that accomplishment, that's pretty cool. But I could only attest, and that's a testament to Coach Freeman, all the teams that I've been on, the receivers I've thrown to the past 4 years, the O-lines I've had the past 4 years, the running backs I've had the past 4 years. That's just a testament to all those guys, and I can't be more proud of them. And then Coach Freeman as well. You know, he's developed me not only into the person I am, but also the quarterback I am as well. He's taught me everything I need to know, and that's helped me get to where I am right now.
Trent, you had to lead the game. It seems like it was a week ago now, but you had to lead the game in the first half. Can you just talk to us a little bit about what happened on the sideline and what your mindset was once you got back in the game?
You know, I took a hard hit right there. It definitely hurt a lot at first, but I just needed to go out, shake it off a little bit, and you know, I knew I had to stay in the game. You know, this was a very important game. But you know, I trust the guys behind me as well. But you know, I knew I had to get back out there and you know, lead for the team. So that's what I had to do, push through.
Question.
For Mark, I know you schedule like insane. I get the feeling with what you just explained. This is kind of an odd question, but you almost think the losses do more for you guys in all these state championship runs than wins and being in a great region and all that thing?
Well, the Grayson loss hurt us. It hurt us a lot more than I thought it hurt our kids. Looking back on it, you want to play good teams, but looking back on it, it hurt our kids really bad. We had a chance to go be a national power. They were ranked at one time one in the nation, I think, 1 or 2 in the nation. It stunned our kids a little bit more than I thought it would, because they had such, you know, aspirations of going over there and beating them and riding that, and it just didn't happen, and that was heartbreak. It was hard. That was a tough period of time, because we felt like we had a chance to go here and make a national name for ourselves, you know, and but that hurt. But Chauncey, what you got, man? You got something to say? Talk, man. You're in here.
I think those losses for sure lit a fire underneath our tails, you know. So I think everyone, all of our mindsets were, we needed to bounce back. We needed to come back and hit hard, and at the end of it, we did. You know, at the end of it, we came out with the outcome we all hoped for.
Question.
Coach, and to the players, any of you guys, it's obviously been a long journey this season, a lot of growth throughout the course of the season. What do you think was the moment and the thing that made everything click for this team to make you guys just go on such a dominant run down the stretch?
I don't think there was a specific moment. It was, I mean, in my case, you know, it was kind of funny, you know, after we, you know, ended the regular season with the same 3 losses as we did last year, I was kind of thinking like, you know, this could be the same thing as last year. You know, we remember the turnout that happened last year. Let's go do it again. And that was honestly kind of our mindset, you know, after those 3 losses. So I could probably say that's, you know, when, you know, we knew, you know, let's get after this postseason.
We got one more question, then we're gonna let them go celebrate with their team.
Hey, it's for Chauncey, man. Coming in the summer, you know, having to work through the depth chart, having to do all that stuff. Can you just put this year, you know, put it all together and just tell us what it was?
I would say this year is a lot, you know. Coming in, I wasn't expecting to be as welcomed as I was, but this team, this program, it introduced me like a family, you know. Not only did I learn how to become a great football player, but Coach Mark, Coach Freeman also like developed me to become a great man, you know. Be a man and just learn how to push through adversities. For example, the 3 losses, you know, coming in here as a transfer. I learned that we lost to the same 3 teams, and you know, I wanted to get back. You know, we all did. We all wanted to come back and hit hard and get the outcome we all hope for.
Well, Coach, now y'all don't want me to go celebrate with the rest of your team. Congratulations, and see you here next year.
Thanks, Ron.
Listen, these are for y'all guys.